Happy Pride, everybody. This is the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm dyslexic. I'm not dyslexic.
We're both lesbos, and we're going to be talking about Pride.
Yeah, it's Pride if you like that kind of thing. I've never been to a Pride.
Me either.
I don't think I'm ever going to a Pride.
So I'm going to show you a video of what Pride used to look like.
A lot of people walking in the street.
Yeah. Now
With
let's
signs.
see. Let's see what Pride is like today.
Oh, I've seen.
All right. So here we go. This is Pride.
That's a Dalmatian.
This is Pride.
That is a Dalmatian outfit with a boner.
Okay, hold on. We're not done yet. Here's one more. Here it is.
A lot less clothes.
Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Nakedness.
A lot less clothes.
The people in the beginning were walking in the streets to make a change. These people just want to show off in a parade. That's the difference.
But also, did you see furries in the other one? Because I didn't see
No, that was
any
way
furries.
more of a closeted thing back then. I think if you wanted to a football mascot, you had to do that in the privacy of your own home.
It should have stayed in the closet.
Yeah. Coming from lesbians.
Yeah, so lots of bulges, lots of naked men, lots of furries, lots of very
Miley.
children, naked men with their penises out around children,
Jesus.
oral sex in the streets, naked men waving at children, lots of paraphilias and fetishists, bondage gear, lots of penises out, lots of children. You know what you didn't see back then? Children. You didn't see children at the Pride Parade, but you know you do see them now.
How do you talk while this plays? Holy shit.
So that's what Pride has turned into.
I can't believe you just talked through all of that crazy that you had. I had so many comments. I couldn't even make them. They were just happening.
There was a lot there, a lot going on.
Jesus Christ.
Lots of sex stuff, lots of inappropriate things going on around children.
Just in public in general, wow. Not alone in front of children.
Yeah, we should have never, ever let children at Pride, especially with the kind of people who are at Pride today. Yeah. Naked men, penises, fetishists, paraphilia, furries. Do you know what they do in those costumes?
The thing that guy was doing on the street corner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they're around kids.
They were in what I think are called puppy masks, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was an odd thing to see, to say the least. That was crazy.
And that's what Pride has turned into. I would like to just call it bullshit. Creepy, freak, weirdo, predatory, pedophilic bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
to say the least.
The prides before, you know, what I showed you before, that was to get our rights.
Yeah.
We got our rights. The crazy, creepy people invaded, completely took over. It's no longer the LGBTQ whatever parade. It's just the TQIA whatever
I have a
parade.
theory.
What's your theory?
I think that COVID rotted everyone's brains and closed down all the nightclubs and gay bars. For the most part, they're like all shut down now. Whether because they were in a crime-ridden area and so they're no longer operating, or because they lost money when COVID happened. So I think a lot of these people put it in their closet, and then now they wait till Pride to bring out the shit that they were doing in nightclubs. Because the only other time in my life I've ever actively seen a man blowing another man is when I walked into a gay nightclub with friends. And it was my first time, and it was Halloween, and the first thing I saw were two dudes performing sexual acts on each other. And that's why I'm saying, like, when those clubs closed down, especially gay men, that's where they used to, like, do this kind of thing. So with gay clubs closing down because of things like COVID and money and, like, people no longer socializing, now they do this shit once a year for a month at Pride instead of doing it like in 21 plus establishments with the doors closed and you have to ID yourself, you know what I mean? Consenting adults doing it with each other.
So why did these adults decide that every June
Because
it was going to be okay to do this kind of freak stuff in the streets?
Well, because it used to just be like, after we got
And why are people bringing their kids?
After we got more rights, back when it was still something you could bring your kids to, after we got more rights is when people started to, like, lose their touch, so they'd start to just make a show out of it. So now it's a show, not a active fight, you know what I mean?
It's a sex dungeon show.
But it's a show, even if you, like...
Bring your kids, though.
You're not going to Pride to support, like, changes happening. You're going to Pride to, like, show off.
To get your freak on?
Yeah, pretty much. To show off and get attention from other people and, like, dance around with music, like a nightclub.
There are little kids there. There are men with their penises out flopping about. I mean, if you wanted to just have a parade where you could invite pedophiles to it to have fun, Pride Parade would be the place to go for them. It's a free-for-all for pedos at the Pride Parade.
You know, the local Pride Parade is happening this weekend, and I was kind of thinking, what if I went just to film and see what happened? But I wouldn't want to go alone, and I know you wouldn't go with me, so I guess I'm just not going to figure it out.
No, thank you. I don't like big crowds, and I don't want to be around a whole bunch of pedophiles. I'm good. So when people are saying that, you know, people in the LGBTQ are sexualizing and grooming children, they're actually accurate. They're actually 100% correct.
At least in June.
Especially in June. They do it all year round, but especially in June. Yeah, no.
No, yeah, and I think that the problem is that you have these sexual deviants who lack a place to consensually be deviants. You know what I mean? They had something like that with...
They want people watching. That's part of their fucking kink.
Yeah, but that's what, like, nightclubs were good for, like gay nightclubs.
How about your house?
Yeah, but they don't meet people like that. And gay guys, especially from what I understand, are more promiscuous and like to adventure out to meet more gay guys. And if that's your shake, you should have your space to do it, but like behind closed doors,
not in public,
ID'd
during the day.
ID'd behind closed doors, no kids allowed kind of situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you should have every right to do whatever you want in that situation. All adults, all consenting, all ID'd.
Yeah.
Then have your drinks, have your sex club. I don't care, but not out in the street and not where kids are allowed. I don't think I'm being ridiculous.
And you know what's crazy is there used to be a thing called indecent exposure. I don't know where that went. Where'd it go? Is it under? Where is it? I don't know. I don't know what happened to it.
It became sexist, apparently.
It became transphobic and homophobic. Somehow,
crazy.
I don't know how, but now it's okay to just have your penis flopping around while you're walking down the street. It's because it's Pride. Do you know what kind of message that sends regular people who make up majority of the United States? That's sending a message that we are not to be trusted out in public or around children.
Especially in big crowds.
No, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Big gay crowds.
It's not even gay. I wouldn't even say it's gay.
I mean, that sex was very gay.
But were they gay?
I mean, they were performing gay sex.
Yeah, but if they identify as animals, is that still gay sex?
Yeah, because they're still doing gay sex.
Or are they bisexual? Or are they pansexual? I mean, it's gotten so fucking clustered and muddy with all this bullshit that it's become just like a cacophony of diarrhea.
Is a trans man having sex with a trans woman straight sex?
Yes.
Then everything you just said is exactly what I said. I lost my train of thought because that's all I was thinking. I was like, it's still gay sex because that's still straight sex.
Yeah, I know that. But what they would say is completely different because they live in
No, they just don't want to follow
Loony
the laws. They want to get off where they please. That's what it really is. They don't live in a like completely loony land. They live in the same land we live in. They just want to break the rules.
And they get away with it because they're gay or because they're trans. And it's like, no, he should not be able to get away with having his penis right in front of a child's face just because he's gay or just because he's trans. Like, no, I don't care what you identify as. Get your dick out of that fucking kid's face. What the fuck?
They think they're like counterculture. Not they think they're counterculture.
No, this is pedophilia land, man. This is where all the pedophiles go to congregate because now it's a good place to go for them to get their kicks off, be protected, and be around a slew of victims. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pride for you. And this is what happens when the
pride goes too far left, man.
Because pride, the left, LGBTQ, because it's gone so far, now we have this. And I'm going to show you a video.
Oh, no.
Welcome to the most holy month in the child mutilation cult calendar, Pride Month. Originally started as a rainbow to provide sanctuary for gay and lesbian people who were oppressed back in the day, who aren't anymore. This new stuff, that's autism. Whatever that's got to do with gay and lesbian stuff, I don't know. The white, we'll come back to that. The pink, the blue, baby pink, baby blue, that's the child mutilation cult. The white is minor attracted people, that's paedophiles. The brown, that's for brown people who are gay and lesbian.
What?
Did I just,
for real?
I hear him saying that, but from what I understand, the trans flag is blue, white, and pink. I think the white is supposed to be non-binary. The blue is supposed to be male, and the pink is supposed to be female.
Okay.
But he's just saying from his perspective, I think, the white is for the pedophile.
Well, you know what? He ain't fucking wrong.
Yeah, he could be right in his opinion, but I don't think that's what they intended with the flag. You know what I mean?
I think their intentions are very malicious and very predatory, if we're being honest. I'm not done with the video.
Yeah.
Been on LGBTQ plus. The black is for Black Lives Matter. This is a political flag that has been co-opted and taken away from people who were genuinely fighting for their civil rights. It needs to be burned wherever you see it. And after today's ruling that someone who burned a Quran is going to go to jail, it is my great pleasure to burn this homophobic pile of shite. Goodbye, kiddos.
Bye.
Goodbye, Black Lives Matter.
See you later.
Goodbye, trans people.
Sayonara. Wouldn't want to be you.
Pride.
And that's just the beginning. Mm-hmm. Because there's a big pushback. You notice how a lot of companies have stopped supporting Pride?
Well, they're not going to advertise it because last year there was all that pushback with Target.
It hurts their bottom line, which is people are sick of it. People are done with it. People see the LGBTQ and Pride for what it is, which is very predatory, files, fetish, creepy, voyeuristic, exhibitionist shit. That's what it is now.
They're sexual deviants.
Yeah. Plus. There's a plus to it.
Sexual deviance squared.
Exactly. And there's becoming a lot of pushback towards the gays and just the entire movement as a whole. And I'm not only not surprised, but I don't have a problem with it.
They actively say that they need lesbians and gay people, but then actively make enemies out of lesbians and gay people because they won't let them speak. They're very dominant. What do you call it?
Overbearing?
No, but kind of. They're controlling people. They're manipulative people. They want you to say what they agree with. And if you don't, now you're not a part of their group. But guess what? You weren't in our group to begin with. It's our group, but now you're pushing us out of it. It's kind of crazy. You won't listen to the opinions of the people who needed the protection, but you will, however, boast and say that you know what's best, and you'll kick us out of our own group to do it. If you need us so bad, then stop pushing us out, because I guarantee you more and more of us are leaving. And it's not that we're not lesbians. It's not that we're not gay. It's that we are, and you're pushing us away because we don't agree with your nonsense.
Yeah, the TQ plus usurped the LGBs.
Manipulators, assholes, self-righteous, and his point is completely right that this flag no longer just represents a group of people who want to be considered just the same as anyone else. This now represents people who want to be considered better than everyone else. It's a politically motivated flag to say these people are better. They need more. They deserve more because I'm saying they do. It has nothing to do with the original cause that it was designed for.
No, not at all. It's actually the most homophobic flag you could find.
Yeah, because you're saying that we all can f*** everyone and these people are all better. The autism thing is crazy because that has nothing to do with being gay.
Yeah, and lesbians, if you don't date a trans woman or find her attractive or don't think of her as a lesbian, well, then you're a transphobe or something, or you're not a real lesbian. It's that okay, here's another photo. Go up here to the photo to show you where we were and where we have gone, where we are now. Lesbian Bars in 2000. Okay? See a lot of butch lesbians, some femme lesbians. Lesbian Bars in 2025. A whole bunch of freak men.
I don't think that's an actual lesbian bar at the bottom, but it's basically true.
This proving the point that it's completely accurate.
Well, they don't exist anymore.
Lesbian bars don't exist anymore because freaky men have invaded. And they're calling we're the letter at the very beginning, the L's. And it's like the entire movement has become such a homophobic movement. I mean, neuroconversion therapy. If a little girl likes action figures and trucks, well, then she must be a boy. If she's attracted to girls, then she must be a boy. I mean, that's one way of converting a lesbian into being a straight man, right?
And if a boy tries makeup once and thinks it's fun, he's instantly a woman.
Yeah, we need to transition him so he can be...
So he can wear makeup.
Yeah, it doesn't make any
For
sense.
Christ's sake, that's all he's doing is wearing makeup, and you're like, we got to transition this kid. It's a girl.
Yeah, we have to transition, especially if he likes little boys, because heaven forbid he's gay. Although they won't say that. But what they're doing is exactly what we're saying it is. It's neo-gay conversion therapy.
But they say we are on YouTube all the time. Isn't that sus?
They say because we don't want children to have hormones or sexually transition and get a whole bunch of surgeries in order to be a straight person of the opposite sex. Because we say that, we're the bad guys.
I'm calling it now. You guys can timestamp it in the comments when it happens. But we're going to get a Trevor Project flag.
Oh, yeah, it's probably already down there. It's probably already down there right now.
Let me know.
Trevor Project. Ooh.
Maybe we'll get a little, like, a
Bunch of
little bit of
assholes.
leeway because we mentioned them by name. But, like, at the same time, f*** you, Trevor Project.
You, Trevor Project.
We're not converting anyone. If anything, we're stopping them from going through life-changing surgery
We're
and
speaking out.
hormones because you guys just want to pump Big Pharma full of money. Why can't people just be gay? What's your fucking problem?
Why do you want to mess with kids? Why do you want to touch kids? Why do you want to be involved in children's lives?
If a little
and
boy
what is
wants to
with the
design
trans housing by proxy?
If a little boy wants to design dresses, let him fucking design dresses. Don't touch their hormones until they are consenting adults.
And don't you dare touch their genitals.
Don't touch any part of them.
Don't touch them.
Stop touching them.
Stop it! Get away from them. It's the trans housing by proxy. Somewhere along the line, a whole bunch of women who have children have this like sickness where they have to transition their children if they have a hint at all of liking something of the opposite sex. It is so f***ed up that I'm not surprised that people don't like us. But I wouldn't put us in the category of them, the LGBTQ pride people.
Yeah.
No.
I'd agree.
No. We're just the regular gays and lesbians.
The normal gay guys.
Yeah, we're the normal gays. We're the normal lesbos.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. That's it. But because these creepy people invaded, well, now we're part of it. That's why we have to speak out. That's why we're always speaking out. And we're always getting the fucking Trevor Project below. So, ooh, they're bad gays. Don't listen to them. Ooh, they're trying to convert your kids. Really? By leaving them alone? By telling other people to leave them alone? That's conversion therapy?
Leave her alone.
How about you wait until you're of age and you can make the decision for yourself? Why don't you leave the kids to make their decisions once they reach the ripe old age of 18?
Because then you can't make money off of them forever.
Oh, yes, yes. But aren't these the same people who are like, big pharma, bad, except for the vaccine?
Big pharma bad unless I do what I want.
Except, yeah, do as I say, not as I do.
Do what I want, shut the fuck up, more or less, actually.
Yeah.
Take my money, do what I want, shut the fuck up.
That's fucked up.
That's what they say, though, basically. If you want new tits, take my money, give me new tits, shut up. You know?
Yeah, but why kids?
Because money. It's very simple. People greedy, more money, do it to kids. Lifelong patience.
What pisses
More
me
money.
off the most is that nobody is going to be held accountable for this. All the fucking people on the internet, on YouTube, on Twitch, who are promoting it, none of them are going to be punished for it.
No.
The doctors, maybe one or two, but not all of them.
If that.
That's the most fucked up part, is that the children are going to be the ones who are fucked up. I mean, if you're taking your child who just liked trucks and was a little girl, you're taking that little girl, dressing her up as a little boy, taking her to a pride parade where there are men with their dicks hanging out. You've just traumatized and emotionally and physically damaged your child all in one go. Mm-hmm. Good for you, you
Scary.
But that's what it is. If we don't speak out about it, well, then aren't we part of the problem?
Also, just scary. Pride is scary these days.
Pride is a fucking nightmare. It is a sex dungeon out in public. That's what that is. Oh, but you could bring your kids? What the fuck? What happened to 18 plus? Did you see any children in the 80s parades?
Not that
Pride
I
parades?
noticed.
No. No. You want to know why they didn't bring their kids? Because the people
They didn't
who
have kids because they were gay.
No, that's not why they decided not to bring their kids.
They didn't have kids because they were gay.
They didn't bring their kids because they weren't going to get their rights if they brought children to the Pride Parade, because the people who are against us
Said that we were going to touch kids.
exactly.
That's
and
why we
now,
couldn't have kids.
And now, well, I guess it's okay for Pride and LGBTQ people to mess with kids and talk to kids about sex and weird shit.
I mean, I still don't think it's technically okay, but they're just letting it slide. Like, they're not.
They're saying it's okay by not punishing or not enacting some sort of law or rule or like stepping in and being like, where are these fucking kids? Get them out of here now. They're not supposed to be here. You have your penis out. I have to take you to jail now because that's indecent exposure in front of a child.
I agree. I mean, they're just not doing it for some reason.
I wonder why. I think it's because there's a lot more pedophiles out there than people realize.
I think woke is broke, man. Whack is
Woke is predatory.
Woke
Woke
and
is
whack.
evil as dude. It's evil.
sneaky.
It's a bunch of bullshit. And it pisses me the off. Join our membership because I like to swear a lot. Especially during these videos because I get really pissed.
That's my babes. How do you feel about things?
I don't
Let us
know.
know in the comments below.
I need to smoke a joint now and calm myself down.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.